And a good evening and welcome to Grayson County High School, where tonight the Grayson County Cougar soccer team is taking on the Trojans of Barren County. It's a Region 3 versus Region 4 matchup, and that's all here tonight on K105 Digital Productions. Sam Gormley here with you tonight for the call of all of the action, as you might be watching with us on K105's YouTube page, K105's Facebook page, on K105 Sports Twitter, or one of the various different ways that we have for you to watch, listen, and enjoy our coverage. As today on our pregame show, we'll talk to the head coach of the Cougars, Kenny Fukuhara, and let you know a little bit more about each team. As this is Cougar Soccer right here on K105.
Living in your ideal home, or is it still a dream? Future Designs Building Materials can help you turn your dreams into reality with atrium windows that will make the sun look brighter, roofing material that will keep your home protected year-round, and decking material for that perfect barbecue setting. Now is the perfect time to get your home improvement project off the ground. Got questions? Future Designs Building Materials can help with all your lumber and home improvement questions. Visit Future Designs Building Materials on Quarry Road in Litchfield or fdbm.net.
When you or a loved one is ready to seek help for a drug addiction, don't let the moment pass. Instead of wasting precious time searching the internet and spending hours on the phone, you can find help now. Because the keys to finding treatment are right at your fingertips. Go online to findhelpnowky.org. Answer 5 optional questions, and in less than a minute, get a list of every Kentucky-based treatment provider accepting clients. Findhelpnowky.org. Finding addiction treatment is easier than ever.
Take it from me, quitting tobacco isn't easy. It can take several attempts before you can finally quit for good. So if at first you don't succeed, quit. Quit again. And remember, even though quitting is hard, you don't have to do it alone. Quit Now Kentucky is with you every step of the way. For free help quitting tobacco, text QUIT KY to 797979 or go to quitnowkentucky.org.
I am a nurse,
a firefighter,
a college student,
a mother,
and I am an American soldier.
I will always be ready
for every storm
and disaster that threatens my community.
I will always be there to protect my neighbors,
my family,
and my country.
We are the Army National Guard.
We are the Army National Guard.
We are the Army National Guard.
Visit nationalguard.com to learn more about part-time service.
Welcome back here to Grayson County High School, where the Cougars and the Trojans of Barren County are getting ready to get underway. Barren County enters this game with a record of 6-2. They are 0-1 in the 15th district, so it's a Region 4 team coming in as kind of an interesting match here between these two teams. They do play pretty much every year. Barren County, though, with that 6-2 record, they're 2-1 against teams in the 4th region, as they rank with the 4th best record in the region behind Glasgow, South Warren, and Warren Central. Warren Central is traditionally one of the better teams in that area. In fact, I think they even went to the state tournament and went and lost in, I think, maybe the Final Four last year. So a traditional power down in that area is the Warren Central Dragons. They're coached by Joe Mercer, and really this Barren County team starts and ends with one player, and that's Aiden Nykamp, as Nykamp is a sophomore forward. And he leads the team with 18 goals, and this was before they had a game last night, and they scored 3 goals, but they didn't update the stats, so we're not really sure. Did he score all 3? Maybe, possibly, but entering yesterday's game, he had 18 goals, 1 assist, and that 18 goals had him tied for 5th in the entire state. So Nykamp, the biggest thing that you see with him is that he is 6'4". So for a striker, he's got a lot of height to him. And it'll be interesting to see if the Cougar defenders can slow him down here tonight. Grayson County enters the game with a record of 6-3-1. They're coached by Kenny Fukuhara. We'll let you know a little bit more about their team coming up, as this is Cougar Soccer right here on K105.
Living in your ideal home, or is it still a dream? Future Designs Building Materials can help you turn your dreams into reality with atrium windows that will make the sun look brighter, roofing material that will keep your home protected year-round, and decking material for that perfect barbecue setting. Now is the perfect time to get your home improvement project off the ground. Got questions? Future Designs Building Materials can help with all your lumber and home improvement questions. Visit Future Designs Building Materials on Quarry Road in Litchfield or fdbm.net.
Welcome back to the show. Now it's time to dig into some of this great barbecue.
Cut!
Tim, what are you doing in your phone?
You said it's time to dig, and I'm dialing 811 because I always call before I dig.
That's if you're digging into your lawn or garden. 811 helps you avoid underground utilities by marking them for free. But this is our food lovers show.
Then I'll tell you what, I am digging in.
Know what's below. Call 811 before you dig.
You wouldn't get caught out on the lake without your favorite bait. So why would you get caught digging without calling 811?
Are you getting ready to start your own digging project? Be sure to call 811 and get your underground utilities located. It's the law and it's free.
Here, try this.
At the core of most any farm is a family, and I'm proud to work with my family every day.
It's hard to explain if you haven't experienced it, but farming is not just a living, it is a lifestyle.
You've got to love what you do. I love farming.
I think a lot of people are very happy to know that neighbors, people like us, are the ones raising their food.
And we want our neighbors to enjoy the same product that we serve to our family.
Kentucky Farm Families.
Feeding Kentucky.
Feeding the world.
It was an 8-0 win over Todd County Central last night for the Grayson County Cougars. Josh Stevenson was the man, scoring 4 goals as he entered that game, scoring only 2. And he scored 4 last night. And Coach Fukuhara, you'll hear from him in just a moment about what his thoughts are on that. But the Cougars are led by Wyatt Schultz. On the year, Schultz has 16 goals and 3 assists. But the assists are led by Matthew Haycraft. He has 8 goals and 13 assists on the year. The keeper for Grayson County is Brady Huber. He has 72 saves, 21 goals against, and 3 shutouts on the year. So the Cougars going to try and get another shutout here today as the captains are meeting right now on the opposite side of our vantage point here today, as they're going to try and talk things over and see who might be able to win the toss and all of that coming up here today, and see which side they'll be playing on, who gets ball first, and everything that goes along with that. One of the interesting players here on this Grayson County team is Logan Raymer. He's going to be kind of a feature that we'll talk about here a little bit today, as right now, I mean, he's having a good season on the pitch, 3 goals and 6 assists, but it's been over on the opposite side of campus as it's at the Cougar football field, which, as you're watching with us, you can see about where that is over in relation to where we are here today. Is it's just over on the other side of campus. In fact, it's even perfect. The clearest thing that you can see is you can see the field goal post. And that's what Raymer has been hitting himself through a lot this year. Is on the year, he's a perfect 13 of 13 on PATs. So we're going to take a 30-second break and come back and talk with the head coach of the Cougars, Kenny Fukuhara. This is Cougar Soccer right here on K105.
At Dan Powers GM Center in Litchfield, you'll find the area's largest selection of late model vehicles with hundreds of vehicles to choose from. And with a $500 trade assist on every qualified purchase, a broad network of lenders, low interest rates, Dan Powers GM Center in Litchfield is the best choice for your next vehicle purchase. And if you don't see what you're looking for, they will find it. Plus, the friendly professional service staff is always there to meet your needs. Dan Powers GM Center, 1517 Elizabethtown Road in Litchfield.
Welcome back here to Grayson County High School. Sam Gormley now joined by the head coach of the Grayson County Cougars, Kenny Fukuhara. And Coach, last night you picked up an 8-0 victory over Todd County Central, but the story of the game was Josh Stevenson, 4 goals. I mean,
yeah, he's been hurt. He had to sit out the Hart County game, which it kills us. He's fast, he's aggressive, and he's got a good touch on the ball. He can finish. He reminds me of like Wyatt when he was a sophomore. But yeah, he came out last night, and I was kind of expecting a game like that pretty soon from him. He had a bruised quad, so he sat out last week, but he came out ready to go last night, looked great, and we got him out with about 20 minutes left, so he got some rest too.
Some of those games, like a Todd County Central, where you look at it and you do see an advantage for your team, are those good, though, to really kind of get some of those younger guys on and to really work on some things?
Yeah, and with the scheduling, what I try to do is I try to get some games where we can really work on some stuff. I can put some people in different positions and see how they look. And the good thing about those games is if we don't beat Meade County here next week, we're going to have to play Butler County the first round of district. They're going to pack the box in really tight, and we want to get used to that. We want some competition who are going to put. They had 7 guys in the box last night, 7 guys playing defense, and so we really had to spread the field and work the ball around to get those 8 goals, and they were tough 8 goals, and they did a great job. And so yeah, we like getting some teams within. Like Saturday, we got Pleasure Ridge Park coming in, and so we like to have some challenges in between those games too.
You look at this Barren County team, and they beat Butler County by 1. Can you really read into matchups against other teams at all?
I do look at scores. The thing is, like, if you look at ours, if I'm an outsider, we lost to Ohio County 5-0. They're not 5 goals better than us. They might be. I think we're better, actually. And so that's the thing you get into. You start looking at these other scores, but I do look at the scores and see what happens, and I get some sort of vibe. However, Joe, he's a great coach, and he's going to have them ready. And they got some great players this year. And my first 2 years here, we lost to Barren County every year, and so last year was actually the first time I've ever beat them. We beat them 5-1, and so we're not. We try not to pay attention. I do look at it. We talk about it a little bit, but I kind of want my guys to know what to expect or what I expect of them. And so, that is something that we do talk about.
When you look at Barren County, though, they have one player that has scored all but 4 of their goals on the year. How do you game plan around that?
The main thing is we don't want to have to man mark anybody. We want our defense to work together to prevent goals from happening. That's how you play the game the right way. However, there's been times throughout my time here where there has been that one guy who could really just beat your team. And so, we may look at just man marking him wherever he goes. If he comes out, wherever he goes, we want that guy to go. And that'll probably be Miles Hornbeck. He would probably be the guy to step up to do that. Wyatt actually did that when he was a freshman. But, we do look at that. And, if we see that this guy's just destroying us and he's the one we need to stop, then we will look at man marking him.
All right, good luck.
Yeah, I appreciate it.
We'll have more here coming up after this.
All right.
When caring for a family member, their state of health is continually on your mind. And when they're faced with a health concern, you'll do just about anything to make them feel better. Rest assured, their feel better starts right here at Midway Pharmacy. We take our time to get to know all about your family's health history so we can provide you with educated advice. So when someone's counting on you to help them maintain a healthy lifestyle or to overcome that untimely sickness, remember, at Midway Pharmacy.
At the core, most any farm is a family, and I'm proud to work with my family every day.
It's hard to explain if you haven't experienced it, but farming is not just a living, it is a lifestyle.
You've got to love what you do. I love farming.
I think a lot of people are very happy to know that neighbors, people like us, are the ones raising their food.
And we want our neighbors to enjoy the same product that we serve to our family.
Kentucky Farm Families.
Feeding Kentucky.
Feeding the world.
Living in your ideal home, or is it still a dream? Future Designs Building Materials can help you turn your dreams into reality with atrium windows that will make the sun look brighter, roofing material that will keep your home protected year-round, and decking material for that perfect barbecue setting. Now is the perfect time to get your home improvement project off the ground. Got questions? Future Designs Building Materials can help with all your lumber and home improvement questions. Visit Future Designs Building Materials on Quarry Road in Litchfield or fdbm.net.
You wouldn't get caught out on the lake without your favorite bait. So why would you get caught digging without calling 811?
Are you getting ready to start your own digging project? Be sure to call 811 and get your underground utilities located. It's the law and it's free.
Here, try this.
It's time for soccer here in Litchfield. The Grayson County Cougars taking on the Barren County Trojans here today as we welcome you into our production here of K105 Digital Productions. As you might be watching with us on K105's Facebook page, on K105's YouTube, on the K105 Sports Twitter, Periscope, all of the different ways that we have for you to watch. Just about an hour and a half ago, it was really hot as once we were setting up, but now the temperatures has really dropped. And it's warm, but it's not muggy or anything, so it's kind of a nice night here for soccer here at the Grayson County Soccer Complex. So we welcome you into our coverage. And we appreciate you tuning in. If you're watching with us, be sure to let us know who you're cheering for and let us know maybe if there's a specific player that you're watching for. As you see right in front of us, Baha El-Masri has a massive cast on his arm. So I'm not sure if there might be an injury with him here, and we'll bring that to you if we can't figure it out. But he has got a huge cast on his left arm right in front of us. So it looks like Barren County will get the ball here to start, as the Trojans wearing their white uniforms with maroon pants and a maroon numerals on that as well, while the Cougars in their all navy. The official saying on his whistle, he blows it, and we are underway here between the Grayson County Cougars and the Barren County Trojans. Grayson County entering the game with a record of 6-3-1. Barren County has a record of 6-2, so the Cougars have played just 2 more games. Nycan has it. He's going to break through the Cougars defenders. He's going to go all the way in, and Hornbeck taking a shot at it, and Brady Hubery dives off to his left to stop it. And Nycan is listed on the roster of 6'4", and he's every bit of that. So he's got a lot of height. He's by far the tallest player on the field. And actually, there's a player here to the near side trying to get his number. It's Cody Lane, who also has quite a bit of height as well for the Barren County team. As that's actually Seth Mitchell, who is listed at 6'2". So Cougars don't have much height really at all. So, but Barren County does have a height advantage in this game, which in soccer can mean something, but at the same time really doesn't have that much of an impact on the game in some instances. Controlled here by Hester. And now here come the Cougars. Up the near side, it is Schultz. White Schultz, leading goal scorer. He'll kick it off into the middle, Haycraft, but the Barren County defender will get to it before him. Sam Gormley here with you tonight, as it is Game 3 for Cougar Boys Soccer, as we had a game back on August the 15th. It was our debut of the fall season for K105 Digital Productions, as it was a 3-1 loss to Louisville DeSales. And then just a couple of weeks ago, on August the 29th, we were back here for an 11-1 victory over Butler County. So I guess you could theoretically say it's a rubber match here of whether it'll be a winning record here for K105 Digital Productions game for Grayson County Soccer. As it's controlled up on the far side by Stevenson. He had 4 goals in last night's game by Grayson County. The Cougars are working from right to left on your computer screen, while Barren County is going from left to right. Hornbeck off now on that far side, rolling in front of the Grayson County bench, in front of our esteemed sports writer, Don Brown. As we, I think, even have almost a camera dedicated to Don Brown over there tonight. Be sure to tune back in tomorrow. Go to K105.com, and you will be able to read Don's recap of this game, usually around lunchtime. So if you're on your lunch break, log in maybe between 12 and 1. You can be able to check out the esteemed Don Brown checking out his and reading his recap. So controlling Nycan with it, up into the box now, spinning around, and still, as Haycraft ended up taking a seat on it. And now the ball's going to spin, rolling, and it'll go into the corner. It's still alive. Off in there. Off into the middle. Nycan with it. He's going to take a shot on. Hubery knocks it off. And now it's tapping around. And finally, the Cougars are going to get it off. Another shot on goal comes, but it's way high. And it's going to go off into the brush. And the ball kid kind of looks, putting his hands out, saying, well, how am I supposed to go get that? As it's in the high brush over there off to the right. And looks like he is going to make an attempt to go find it. So it's kind of lost into the brush over there. And might be the most entertaining start to the game here for him, as he's going for it, going deep inside. So here comes Brady Hubery to take this one off, and it's a high over-end kick. Schultz is going to give it off now to El-Masri. El-Masri has it right in front of us. Or actually, sorry, that's Kyler Goosetree, who has it. Goosetree is the one who has the brace on his arm. And they're going to kick this out of bounds, does Barren County, so it'll go possession here to the Cougars, and looks like our ball kid has given up on finding that ball as he rushes over to grab that. And he doesn't have pants on, so it's kind of high grass over there. White Schultz with it. breaking it off towards the middle, and the Barren County defense, though, is there to stop that one from going much further at all. Stevenson staying with him, and it's controlled here by Barren County off to Nican. Nican's going to give a ball off into the corner, but no one was there. I think he might have thought that Botts was running up the near side to give a ball here. Cougars try to clear it, but it's off to Nican. Off into the middle now, controlled by Mitchell. Mitchell back here to Nican here in the near corner. Cougar defense is there into the box, but Brady Hubry is there to stop that one from going in. And Hubry's had a busy start to this game. So we're 5 minutes in. Grayson County and Barren County all tied up at 0. Haycraft working it up the middle now. He's scanning. He's going to keep it himself here. Looking off. Still going. He splits defenders. It's going to go off here to Wyatt Schultz. Off to the near side of the box. Taking a shot in, and it's going to go wide. A race for the ball, and it's going to be raced down by Coppice for Barren County. So the Cougars still controlling the possession here. Off now to Haycraft, right outside of the circle. Cougars working. Barren County, though, is going to come down with it. It's going to be a fight for the ball, taking a shot into the box, but right at the keeper for Barren County. 6 minutes into the game here, no score between the Cougars here and the Trojans of Barren County. It's a 3rd region versus 4th region. Inside to wide, Schultz. Schultz is going to take a shot on, but the keeper is there to block that one away. Nice save by the junior goalkeeper. His 38th of the season. Spinning all the way around now. Barren County coming with the ball, and it's still bouncing around. Finally, Barren County is going to come down with it, and here comes the attack here for the Trojan offense. Nican waiting for him at midfield. He really isn't coming in on defense at all. They're just waiting for him. They're going to chip one in, and the Cougar defense there to clear it right back out. As bouncing this one around, Haycraft, he's going to roll one in now to Barren County. Ends up coming down with it, actually. Here comes the Barren County team. Rolling it around, and they're going to roll one into the box, and I think they expected Nican to take a run down into it. But Huber, he's going to run out and grab that, and he's going to scan his team, and he's going to instead boot one high up into the air. And here comes Nican with the ball. Working it here towards the middle. He gives a pass off to Mitchell. Mitchell gives it right back to him. It's a little bit hard, though, and Haycraft will not control it in the middle of the field. Haycraft off now to Schultz. Schultz off to the far side now to Stevenson. Stevenson breaking it back towards the middle. Back now to Schultz. Schultz up the far side in front of the Cougar bench and head coach Kenny Fukuhara. As it was Clemens with it. Off now into the corner. It is Schultz. Schultz trying to get around a Trojan defender. He's going to give it off into the middle. Run down here by Haycraft. Haycraft with it right in the middle. All the way around he goes. And he's just going to give it back now to Curtis Schmidt. And tried to find one into Schultz, but the Trojan defense has stopped the Cougars from really having any real shot on this one. Right to the ball kid, who will hand it off to Schmidt, who's going to look to throw this one in. He's going to try and get one into the box, but the Barren County defender is there. Goose Tree goes off his head and goes out of bounds. Substitution here coming in. As trying to see who this might be here for Barren County. As the officials are talking this one over here as they're talking this over here as the officials right in front of us as somebody is smoking, and that is against rules here on the field, so I'm not sure where it might be, but they're going to stop the game for this. So 31 minutes here to play. So we're about 9 minutes into the game, and we are back, as they just told Jason Kincaid, our Grayson County Athletic Director, and he is going to go scope it out. White Schultz with it. Off now to Clemens. It's going to be a foot race to the ball, and it's going to be another one as all three players got there at the same time, and it bounces off, and Barren County will come down with control, but Grayson County comes it right back. So bouncing all the way around, Grayson County, they'll give it back now as it's controlled by Kane, who's into the game here for Grayson County. Bouncing all the way around. Here comes the Trojan. It's Mitchell with it. He's double teamed immediately. Nycan is in the middle, but he has three defenders right on him. They're still going to give it to him. Nycan right in the middle. He's going to take a shot on, but it's way high and over, and immediately another one goes into the high brush off to the side. And another sub coming in here. It is going to be a Grayson County substitute this time. As no, that was Malachi Clemens as he was just standing near the out-of-bounds line, and the official, I mean, from our vantage point, too, it looked like Clemens was getting ready to come into the game as well, so kind of hard for him to be able to tell. Cougars off, and it's going to roll out of bounds. As you could tell that immediately we kind of were taking a deep breath as that was coming right towards our cameras. Whistle blown. They're going to bring them all the way down and to about where I guess they kicked the ball from going out of bounds. Throw in. They're going to give it into Nycan, and Cougar defense trying to stop him. It's going to be into Hornbeck. Hornbeck trying to knock it down and falling down, and they are going to have a whistle, and it looks like we might have a penalty kick coming here. So it is a PK attempt coming here for Barren County. So here comes Nycan in on Hubry. Barren County trying to take the lead. The shot in. It is blocked by Hubry, and he will stop it. So the penalty kick is blocked by Brady Hubry, the senior goalkeeper. As Nycan went right at him, trying to see if he couldn't throw him off. And the Cougars have kept this game tied up here at no score after the penalty kick attempts here in the 11th minute. So here comes the Cougar offense with an attack, but they're going to give it right back now to Barren County. Barren County working it up towards the middle. It's going to be off now to the near side as they'll give it off now to Mitchell in the middle, but it's going to be cleared, and it will roll out of bounds. So the Cougars, here comes Barren County here to take a shot into his bots to throw this into Mitchell. Mitchell going to try and find Nycan in the middle of the box here. And Hubry is going to come out to grab that one and stop that attack from coming in. We'll take a quick 30-second split-screen break. This is Cougar Soccer right here on.
Living in your ideal home, or is it still a dream? Future Designs Building Materials can help you turn your dreams into reality with atrium windows that will make the sun look brighter, roofing material that will keep your home protected year-round, and decking material for that perfect barbecue setting. Now is the perfect time to get your home improvement project off the ground. Got questions? Future Designs Building Materials can help with all your lumber and home improvement questions. Visit Future Designs Building Materials on Quarry Road in Litchfield or fdbm.net.
Welcome back here to Grayson County, as you didn't miss anything in that, as the Cougars here are now attacking. It's Wyatt Schultz. He's going to run it down to the middle. He's going to give a ball off to himself. It's a foot race. Barren County, though, is going to come down with it. The Cougars do have 2-on-1 down there, and now it's Clemens with it. Off now to Schultz in the far corner. And it will roll out of bounds. So the whistle blown. And a sub coming into the game here for the Cougars. And slowly running. Inbounds. The Cougars will have a throw in coming. It's rolling off and kicking it out. Controlled by Jeffers. Jeffers was the substitution in. And out of bounds. Possession goes right back to the Trojans here. 14 minutes into our game, no score. Barren County just had a penalty kick attempt but Brady Hubry was there to stop that one from going any further. Nycan in the middle. Hornbeck, though, immediately there to be right on top of him. And you heard Coach Fukuhara talk about when you get a player who is by far the best player on the team, leading the team in goals by, he is more than the rest of the team combined times 3. So, he's the man on the team, and, Barren County would tell you that. So, Cougars are putting a defender on him, and he had mentioned in the pregame that he thought it was going to be Miles Hornbeck. And in the early minutes here, it does appear that Hornbeck is going to be glued to Nycan this entire game. And immediately, as Barren County controls it, Hornbeck runs right up to him. Mitchell with it. Mitchell will control the ball. He's going to stutter step to his right. He's going to take a shot in, but it's way wide right and out, and a goal kick will be coming here from Brady Hubry. Substitution. So here comes the goal kick. And it's going to die just before the 50-yard line. Wyatt Schultz tried to jump up and get that one with his head. He's going to end up coming down with it anyways. He's going to give it off to Haycraft. Haycraft now controlling it, angling it back now towards the middle. He'll give it off now to Stevenson. Stevenson back to Haycraft. Haycraft will now control it as he's going to take it up the far side. He's going to do an in-pass now to Schultz. It's going to be a race for the ball, but the keeper will come down with it just before Wyatt Schultz is able to get there. So a nice ball in by Haycraft, just comes up short. Haycraft with it. Right up the middle, he's going to give a ball in now to Schultz, but it goes right into the keeper. Just a little bit too hard now on back-to-back attempts from Matthew Haycraft. And Haycraft, though, 13 assists, tied for the state lead in that category. So, one of the top players for that, and last year I believe he did lead the state in that. As right off of the chest of Barren County to stop that one from going any further. As that went off of Hester's chest. Here comes Haycraft, right up the middle controlling it. He's going to give it off now to Goosetree, who didn't realize that he did have it. Up the far side. Barren County with it. They're going to give it off into the middle to Nycan. Nycan goes around Hornbeck. He's going to have a shot at this, but the Cougar defense is right there to knock that one out. Curtis Schmidt. Nice defense by the Cougars. Not letting Nycan really have any chances at all to get the ball on this. Really, his only true chance he had won in the opening minute was the PK. Cougar defense has played well. High into the air. This one's kicked. And it will be knocked off here and controlled by the Cougars, who are going to give it right back into the defense, and the defense is going to fire one off here. Bouncing up into the air 17 minutes into the game, no score between Barren County here and the Cougars. And they'll kick this one, and it will just roll out of bounds in front of our esteemed sports writer, Don Brown. So the throw-in coming here from Barren County. Here come the Cougars, taking a roll in, off now into the near side. Haycraft going to try and set something up here, taking it off near the end line. He's going to fire one in, but the Barren County defender is right there to stop that one from going any further. And here comes the Barren County attack. Can the Cougars stop it from going any further? They will do that. Off now to the near side. Haycraft controlling, and it will stay in bounds. Nycan with it in the middle. He'll give it off to Mitchell. Watch for Mitchell to give it right back to him, and he does. Racing it down here into the corner. Taking a shot in, but it's going to go way wide. And Hubry will corral it just before it rolls out of bounds. So we're just about halfway through this opening quarter. High into the air. Schultz gives it right back now, and here comes the offense here. It's going to be a race for it. It will be run down by Nycan, but Hornbeck will kick that one out of bounds. So a corner kick coming here for Barren County, and this is exactly probably the perfect situation for Aiden Nycan at 6 feet 4 inches. Get one into him, and he can't see if he can't get his head on it. And I'm a little bit surprised that Barren County is sending Seth Mitchell, who's 6'2", out to take the corner kick. You would think that you'd want two of your taller, but I mean, accuracy's maybe the most important thing. Nycan is standing on the outside of the box right now. See if they might run him in and see if he can't get a head on it. They're going to roll it in, and nothing going there as they kicked it on the ground. Out of bounds. Nice defense there by Hester. So here it comes. As the players talking it up right in front of us there. You got to love it. A little bit of friendly jabbing. So I think between two brothers for Barren County. As brotherly love, as I think I heard a Barren County player say. Up the near side. And off now Curtis Schmidt. Inside to Schultz. Back to Haycraft. And I'm not sure Schultz meant to give that back to Haycraft, but he does. Haycraft back here towards the near line. Tries to give a ball inside to Schultz, but the Barren County defense is right there as we're halfway through the opening half of play. No score. Barren County had a PK attempt in the 12th minute. That was stopped by Brady Hubery. Off here into the near side. Barren County wanting a cross, but it'll go back now to Mitchell. Here it comes in. Mitchell bringing it back towards the middle. The Cougar defense, though, set up, creating a wall, and nice defense by Grayson County to stop that one. And breaking it out now, and right on top of him and continuing to fight was Josh Stevenson. They'll kick it out. And they're going to say that it was... And Kenny Fukuhara right now is talking with the coach, or with the head official. And they're talking it over right now, and Kenny Fukuhara just got a yellow card on the sideline, as he wasn't happy that there was some physical play here. So Fukuhara picks up the yellow card from the official, and the official called a timeout and immediately ran over to Coach Fukuhara. And one of my, I don't know if I necessarily call it an issue, but sometimes with officials is when they seek out conflict. As Barren County kicks that one, and it goes right off of their own man. As it goes off of Carter Hall and goes immediately out of bounds. And we have a flag in the air here. Here comes Haycraft, up now to the near side. As it was an illegal throw, and it'll go out of bounds, and a goal kick coming here for Barren County. It's Barren County ball. And, here it comes, heads up. As to the catcher, Briley Napier, and he doesn't catch it. So they had a illegal throw call down here, but they let him play it all the way down to the other side, and finally they said, bring it back down here to this side. So, but what I was saying is one of my issues with officials is when they seek out the confrontation with the coach. Is in some instances you can't blame the coach when they come over and seek out the confrontation. In some instances you almost just have to say, Coach, I'm not going to talk to you and seek that out because it's not necessarily their fault. But then again, in some instances, coaches are just asking for an explanation in a lot of ways. What happened, why? So it is kind of a double-edged sword, but in some instances, and I don't know what was said in that. We're obviously on the opposite side. I'll tell you who had the best seat of all was the esteemed sports writer Don Brown, as he was right there in front, so maybe we can't get an update at halftime, talking with Don on seeing what might have been said there, what Coach Fukuhara might have been upset about. So we'll see if we can't maybe figure that out for you. Here comes a corner kick from Barren County. The last one was on the ground. This time, though, it'll go into the air, and the Cougar defense, though, is there to stop that one. Haycraft off here to the near side to Schultz, and Schultz is going to slowly spin it around, and here comes the attack. What can the Cougars get? They've really not had many chances here. The Barren County defense has played very well here to start the game. Ball into Haycraft. Haycraft gets around the defender. He'll take a shot into the box, trying to find Schultz. But Barren County immediately converged on Wyatt Schultz, similar to what Grayson County is doing on Nican. In here, Schultz is going to give it off, but the Barren County defense again stopping this. Schultz, though, right up against the defender one-on-one. A slide tackle is knocked away. Still racing for it, and finally, Barren County is going to control this one here as we are 24 minutes into the opening half. No score here between these two teams. As the Cougars have only been shut out once this year. It was 5-0 against Ohio County. And you heard Coach Foucault talk about it before this game. I think he talked about it before the last game. And just the frustration that he had, I think it was after the last game, that Ohio County game was a game that he definitely wants back. Probably a team that he'd love to see come regional tournament time, because I do not believe, no, they do not play them again this year. Because I think that is the perfect revenge game, that they lost that one 5-0. And as you've heard Coach Fukuhara talk about, he thinks that they are better than Ohio County. And that's what makes it even more frustrating, is that you can't, you look at that and you see that you lost a game that you weren't supposed to. It's the most frustrating thing. Inside, coming in, Barren County, take a shot, and Hoobery, though, with a nice save, sticking out the left hand. Brady Hoobery has played great here to start this game in the Cougar student section. Small but mighty. Stopping that, and nice job there by Brady Hoobery. So here comes the ball in. A corner kick for Barren County. As they'll take a shot in, and the Cougar defense is there to get it. They're going to clear it out, and it'll be a throw-in for Barren County. It'll be immediately taken here by Mitchell. Mitchell quickly, not letting the Cougar defense get set. Coming in and out, and here comes the Cougars. Can they get an attempt here? Schultz with it in the middle. He's going to race it down. He will control it. Cougars working, and they're going to wait for some numbers here, does Wyatt Schultz, as he was working about 2-on-5, and smartly waits for help from the Cougar offense. Schultz with it, and a Barren County player hits the deck, and they're going to call a foul on Wyatt Schultz. As the Barren County player trucks a defender, and the Barren County parent says this is soccer, not football. But as Schultz, he trucked him. But I'm not sure. That almost looked like it was a little bit of an acting job by the Barren County player. As we're going to have subs. No, I heard a whistle like it was almost a sub, but it'll be a throw-in instead here for Grayson County. 13 minutes to play here in the opening half. No score still, as Barren County has had their chances in this one, but Brady Hoobery has made a couple of nice saves, including a save on a PK. Off to the near side, it'll be raced down, and the Cougars will come down on top of it, but they're going to fire it out of bounds. As almost coming towards. Off to the middle. Shot in by Mitchell, and it's high. As that was a nice shot, trying to get it in that upper right pocket, but it does go high. So here comes a goal kick for Brady Hoobery. So coming in here comes Grayson County. Could they have a shot on this? Stevenson back now here to Haycraft. Haycraft inside. Shot in, and it is wide left. As one of the first shots here in a while for Grayson County. We'll take a 30-second break, split screen it, as this is Cougar Soccer right here on K105.
Living in your ideal home, or is it still a dream? Future Designs Building Materials can help you turn your dreams into reality with atrium windows that will make the sun look brighter, roofing material that will keep your home protected year-round, and decking material for that perfect barbecue setting. Now is the perfect time to get your home improvement project off the ground. Got questions? Future Designs Building Materials can help with all your lumber and home improvement questions. Visit Future Designs Building Materials on Quarry Road in Litchfield or fdbm.net.
Cougar throw in coming towards their near side. Actually, it's a free kick as I say that. Shot into the box, rolling around, bouncing up. Can the Cougars get a shot off? No, Barren County is there to knock it from out. Malachi Clemens was the one who controlled it. Schmidt now. Will he try to fire one inside? He'll take one in, and White Schultz just misses it. So we have some heat lightning out into the distance. As this is where I can get my as the thing with heat lightning is it's not anything to be afraid of, but it's just it's a storm that's off into the distance, and that is east, so it is past us. The storm has gone past us, so we're fine on this. Is that there's really no real concern on this, and they're going to call a weather delay on this, as it's one strike of lightning that goes off into the distance. So we're going to have a weather delay here in this game, as it goes off here, as they're going to call it. So that's a 30-minute delay, I think, that we'll have. So we have our first weather delay of K105 Digital Productions, as this is a first for us, as no rain in the forecast or anything. And I think we should blow this on. We can blame it on our official weather man, Cody Brock. So we will take a weather break, and we'll bring you back and update you as we get closer, as this is Cougar Soccer on K105. Hey, Sam Gormley back here with you at the Cougar soccer field as we are under a lightning delay right now, as it's just some lightning off in the distance, is what most people will classify as heat lightning. But as our resident meteorologist Cody Brock said on staff, heat lightning is a myth, so it is just a storm that's off in the distance. But the officials and our referees here today did put us under a weather delay. I'm not sure that they've added any more time because there is still some lightning that's off into the distance, as in fact there was just one strike right there. So I'm not sure if they're continuously adding 30 minutes for even some of these strikes or if they'll just do the 30 minutes. But we are probably just at about the 20-minute mark, getting closer and closer to that. So this is just a little bit of an update, but the score right now is Grayson County 0 and Barren County 0. Brady Hubery has been your player of the game today for Grayson County, as he has a couple of saves, including a save on a penalty kick by Aiden Nikan. So it was a great save by Hubery. He's been your player of the game here so far. Our scoreboard, though, right now, again, 0-0, as we are in the with about 10 minutes to play, so we're just in about the 30th minute of action here as we're getting closer and closer to halftime. So that's going to be the thing, is that we're going to come back. We're going to have 10 minutes, and then we're going to go to halftime and have another break, and then play 40 more minutes. So we might be here a while. We're not really sure. As soon as we know more, though, we will let you know. We'll go back to our weather delay sign, as this is Cougar Soccer right here on K105. Welcome back here to Grayson County High School, where we have an update, and it's not a good one, as tonight's game has been postponed, as they're going to try to reschedule it, but 0-0 is our score here with 10 minutes and 35 seconds remaining in the first half. Not much we can really do about it, but tonight's game again has been canceled due to a 0-0 score, and it's just heat lightning, as I can call it, which is really just a storm off in the distance. We were looking at the radar, and it says Bowling Green, but KHSA rule says that since it's still visible from our vantage point here, no matter if it's 40, 100, or even 10 miles away, they have to do a 30-minute delay. We had probably the delay started at about 7:30, so we've been waiting until they finally just called it here at about 8:15. So that wraps up our coverage here today, as we apologize for it being a bridge broadcast, but we do want to invite you to join us on Thursday night, as the Breckenridge County Lady Tigers will be coming here to the Cougar Soccer Complex, as official start time for that game is scheduled for 5:30, but we do want to keep an eye on that, as there is the heat that is continuing still in the area, so it could continue to be pushed back as the game goes along. So we will keep you updated. Follow us along on Twitter at K105 Sports. If we hear a change on that, we'll let you know. But 5:30 is what time that game is scheduled to start at this time. And then on Friday night, it is the Cougar football team taking on Fort Campbell, with the official start time for that game scheduled for 7 p.m. We'll have all of the coverage live from the Army base at Fort Campbell High School. So I want to thank our digital productions crew here tonight, Chase Blaine, Anna Davis, and Cody Brock. So for them, I'm Sam Gormley saying, so long, everyone.